Hey, what's going on, guys? Sean here again. Now, I wanted to go back into the concept of paying attention to your physical environment and how your body is interacting with the physical environment. I'm not talking about feeling hot or feeling cold or getting goosebumps because something weird is like about to happen. I'm saying your actual day-to-day physical movement of your body and how it comes into physical contact with other physical objects. So that seems kind of some people might think that's just random occurrences, but with some practice, you'll realize that there's more to it than just randomness. That when you bump your right elbow, or you stub your toe, or you get injured, if you slip and fall, um, if you um, bang your finger really fast because you're trying to open a cabinet and you bang your finger, you're walking down the hallway and your hip bangs against the corner of the wall. There's a million different examples. Million different examples. So, yes, so while these physical interactions are occurring, you're pretty much likely to be on autopilot, where like you think about what you need to do. Okay, I need to run over to that side of the room, grab my car keys, and grab my wallet and my phone and whatever else I'm going to bring. Throw it in my pocket, go out the door, lock it. Got to go to work. So it's kind of like on autopilot. So so your physical movements are pretty just pretty routine, right? Walk across the room, grab your keys, and leave. So here's what you can do to glean information, to gain insight, to become more aware of things that you would not normally have access to because no one's going to say it in words or show you in pictures. This is an internal process. It's an intimate process that you have to do with yourself. It's each person can do it inside themselves. Okay, so here's how you can get that information. So as you're moving around in your physical day-to-day routines, and you're right now, this is just one way to break it down. You can do it however you want. Whatever your intuition tells you when you're trying to do these things, go with that. This is just one option. Is for me the right side of the body and the left side of the body, and which side is bumping into things or touching things. So that's just a basic example is your right side of your body or your left side of your body, and the key to it isn't, hey, I banged my right hand when I was trying to grab my whatever. I banged my right hand on the table because I was running around too fast. What were you thinking as your hand banged into the table? What were you pondering? So it's the key is to be aware of what you were thinking about or how you were feeling about something you were thinking about. That's like a deeper level, but it's super important. They're both equally important. Either what you were thinking about or how you were feeling about what you were thinking about as the physical contact of a part of your body hits an object of some sort. And it doesn't have to be like that. It could be someone you're driving and someone slams on the brake and you got to slam on your brakes. What were you thinking about as that was occurring? It might just be at our level of consciousness, randomness. There is going to be an element of randomness, but at some level, it's not random. So, and if you can understand and realize that at some level, the most random thing is not random at all. There's information available to you. So, what were you thinking or what were you feeling about something you were thinking about as some other situation occurs in your physical reality? So, again, that right and left designation and bumping your hand or stubbing your toe or whatnot, that is just one way to do it. There's another good example is that you are pondering a question. The question might be, should I go for this job or not? And your intuition is kind of undecided. You got mixed feelings. Should I go? I have a job offer. Should I leave my job and go for this one, or should I stay where I'm at? I don't know. Okay. So one thing you can do without any help from anyone else is to observe your physical reality. Observe what's going on with how your body is physically coming in contact with other physical objects, or just what is your scenario at the moment? Like the person cuts you off on the car and you got to slam your brakes. So in this example, should I get the job or not? Should I go for the new job? If you keep that kind of in your mind and then pay attention to how your day how your day's going and look for hints and signs, signals. They're called synchronicities, otherwise known as coincidences, and aren't really coincidences because at some level nothing's a coincidence, right? And at some levels it is a coincidence. At least it appears to be. But in actual true reality, somewhere deep down and at some level that we're not aware of, it's not a coincidence. Okay, that's kind of a little over explaining on the coincidence thing. But yeah, so you want a job, and lo and behold, you keep bumping into people. Let's say you're doing something where it involves bumping into strangers and having small talk. You can imagine some scenario where that would be what's going on. You're bumping into strangers having small talk because that's what maybe you're waiting in line for a roller coaster at an amusement park. That's an example. So you're talking to random strangers, and they're a couple of them, like three out of, like, let's say 9 or 10, three of them were just beaming about the new job they just got. Just one example, but that gives you an idea. So they're the universe, quote unquote, or whatever you want to call it, your higher self, whatever you want to call it, whatever word you have for something that's bigger than you as one human being. So the universe is speaking to you in its own language through coincidences. And yes, when you and again, it doesn't mean that it's going to work every time. It doesn't mean that there's no guarantees. However, the more you do these sort of things, you start to sharpen your intuition, and then you get stronger and stronger feelings, and you'll need less information from your environment to cue you in on if it is it a good idea or a bad idea for you. Okay. Have a good one, guys. I'll talk to you again soon.